Hello and welcome to Thumb Culture. Stuart here. I'm playing Golf Club 2 again, and we're just going to play a quick round of golf on a handicap rated course. Basically, you have to play 5 rounds to get your handicap on this game. So let's play Littlebrook Manor. Looks like a cool little course. Practice. Let's go. New round. Smash out a few holes. So here we go, we can see what our tee set are, so depends on where they are. Select the colour golf ball icon next to your name to choose from the tees and course length that the course designer has created. You can select the numbered flag icon to your name to choose from the pin sets, and some of them might just be restricted. So there we go, so we've got red, white and blue tees, so we're going to play from the red tees, and then pin sets is obviously set to different days, 1, 2, 3 or 4. You can leave it at 1. Play format, stroke, yeah, because it's just me. Excuse me. Handicap scoring, play 5 rounds or more, to unlock your handicap index. So you can either have, well, that's quite good, so you can either play around with your handicap being counted or not, which is good if you are just having a little bit of a fun round, as it were. I'm going to begin round. So let's see what this brings. I used to play this quite a lot, so hopefully I haven't lost any of the skills that I
garnered.
Hello
there, and welcome to the golf club. I'm excited, to say the least, and I look forward to seeing what you're going to do out there today.
So I'm just going to get into this and go. So obviously we've got different buttons. Circle brings up the upper, the view at the top. Tutorial, we've got aiming and view. So you plan ahead, use the scout cam. Basically what it said was to use the scout cam, play for the wind and check the elevation. Triangle will go to the scout cam, which will take you to roughly where your ball will land, which it will say here. Scout camera used. Gets you a better perspective of your landing zone, and then you move it doesn't change where you're aiming, so you can move around and stuff like that, and then you can change it on and off. Yeah, I'm literally just going to spank it down the middle, so right stick back and right stick forward. There we go, spanked it straight down the middle.
Nice, should be in the fairway.
Couple of perfects. That's a good shot, that one from me. I'm quite impressed with that one. And choosing a club. So switch it up. Club suggested. If your shot isn't going to cut it, you can change it. Change clubs to allow more workability, compensate for wind, manage a poor lie in the rough, and you can customize your bag, which we've gone through on a previous video. If you haven't seen that, go and check it out. So this is how you read the screen. So essentially we've got 2 mile/h wind that we're hitting into. We've got 55 yards carry that this club can make, and we're 60 yards from the pin. So really we should be hitting a full shot relatively close to the pin. And there we go. So we've got a swing tempo tutorial to look. So managing tempo.
We're about 17 feet out here.
Okay. The tempo and rhythm of a golfer's swing can have a large impact on their ability to strike the ball as cleanly and powerfully as desired. Execution. Swing tempo is the result of a smooth and fluid transition when the motion of pulling back on and pushing forward on the right stick is neither rushed nor sluggish. Feedback about the tempo of your backswing and downswing is displayed in the bottom right. Poor tempo can affect power, loft and produce unwanted spin. So obviously you need to get it as smooth as you can. So now we're going to read the green. So we've got the green grid on, and we've also got these little lines that are moving sort of left to right of the pin. So I'm essentially just going to leave it where I am. So a full putter shot will go 109 feet, and there's the full putter shot, which I don't really want to hit. You put the flag back in if you want, or take it out by pressing the square, which is quite a neat little touch, especially if you're hitting a long putt. Essentially, we need 18 feet. So I'm going to go for about there. And it's
Nice
snuck in the
pot
back of
out
the
there
cup.
for the birdie.
Perfect. So that's birdie for me on my first hole on the game.
Well, there's
which is
nothing
good.
like it. Starting your round
Reading
under
the
par.
scorecard. Essentially, it's the in-game scorecard. And you can see the number of each player in your group, which is the group that are currently playing. And obviously, it shows the current hole. And it tells you that. And the par. So at the moment I'm playing on my own. I've got a handicap of 36, which is what it starts you off at. 18 times 2, essentially. And then what we've got, so now we're moving on to a par 3, which has got a stroke index of 8. The stroke index is something that you don't have to worry about right now. Essentially, it depicts which holes you get a extra shot on for your handicap.
Okay, hole number 2. Let's see what you can do here.
So, hole number 2. So, let's read the screen. So, we're using he's reading the wind there. It's telling us to read the wind. So, information about the wind speed and direction it's displayed at the top of the screen when addressing the ball. Wind speed text could be disabled by your setting. The fill level of the meters backing always represents the speed. And take advantage of the wind speed and direction. You have several decisions to contemplate. See adjusting loft, choosing club, or one of the shot type help sections. So essentially, this is how I'm reading the screen. So I'm hitting into an 8-mile-an-hour wind, which is not great. But we are trying to go 158 yards, but it's also 6 feet lower, which means you're going to get a bit further with your shot. So even though it says it's 158 yards of carry, it's more likely to go 165 yards if I hit a normal shot. Now I've got two options. I can either club up and hit into the wind, or I can try and hit a low punching shot. Now, a little punch shot will be 123 yards of carry, but it will roll more. So what we want to do is we want to see this. So 123 yards will actually clear the rough and get me onto the fairway, but whether or not it's got enough carry is another question. So essentially, I'm going to hit a punch shot. I'm going to punch it into the wind and see how it goes. So wish me luck. So back right stick down and right stick up. That didn't feel that great, but it's okay. Go on, get on the green. As long as we're on the green, I'm happy. See? So there we go. So you have to read the wind, read the wind conditions, read your lie.
Here.
So 26 feet, we are 1 inch in front of the pin. So I'm going to move my little aiming icon back around a bit. So, what we got? 26 feet. So, I don't think it's going to move a massive amount. But, let's see how this goes. Get in the hole.
Oh! That was going to be excellent. And
My goodness me, that was close.
Great putt, and that
Little tap
is
in
for
there.
par. And that'll keep
Man,
you at 1
that was
under
close.
for the round.
So, this game, I've wrote an article before, and this game is all about feel.
Par 5.
There's no guidelines to show you where your ball is going to land or anything like that. You have to read the game, which is why I think it's put off a lot of people. But don't be put off by it. It's so rewarding if you do manage to get it right, essentially. I think it's fantastic. Full swing tutorial. What is it? Well, just take a big swing. But I would imagine punch normal, punch normal. So let's have a look, see where we're at. So that's going to be our landing zone, which isn't great, So we're going to bring up this. So through at 240 yards. Yeah, it's going to take me right onto the edge of the bunker. But because it's uphill slightly, it probably won't carry as far. So we're just going to hit the ball. A little bit of
This is a beauty.
a little bit of a fade, but we're in the right position. We're where we want to be. You have to think about each shot. when you're playing this.
All right,
It's the same as when you're
2:15
playing
to
normal
go.
golf. So we've got 222 yards of carry, but we've only got 216 yards, but we're slightly up. So actually, it probably works itself out. We've got 6 mile an hour wind off to from right to left, and we can get 92 to 99%. So we're just going to hit the ball up there and see where it gets to. Twang.
This one's a beauty.
It's going to carry a bit far, but it does give us a birdie opportunity, which is what it's all about.
Wow,
really.
you hit that green and under
Birdie,
regulation.
Eagle
the
opportunity.
next putt will be cooking with gas, I'll tell you.
Right, so we're 1 inch up, 28 feet to the hole. Okay, so doesn't look like there's a lot of movement. Get in the hole. Oh, you are joking me.
Just missed the eagle. That would have been sweet.
Just missed an eagle
Maybe
opportunity.
You can sink the next one for birdie.
What
2 under for the round.
a bummer. But that's fine. We're through 3, and we are 2 under.
Okay, this is the 4th hole.
We've got a nice little par 3, 122 yards. Should be just a nice little wedge. So let's read the green. Let's read what we've got. So we've got 7 miles an hour wind from left to right. So we're going to move across a little bit because we're going to be popping this up into the air this time. We've got a 9 iron, which is 120 yards of carry, but it takes us 122 yards. Really, I want to be upping that a little bit to an 8 iron just to try and get it on the green successfully, as opposed to plopping in that bunker that's at the front. So let's give it a go. I think it's a bit strong.
I think this is going to need to bite.
But yes, there we go. Because it went up nice and high, it came down, landed softly.
Fine after all. This
onto
one's
the
for
back.
birdie.
So slightly downhill, we've got a bit more right to left. This is where it becomes a bit more difficult. Really, we want to be just letting this roll down the hill. That is a terrible, terrible putt. That's a terrible putt. Didn't look at everything,
okay,
you see.
11-footer here. This is definitely makeable.
11 feet. We're on the flat. Too hard.
Great putt in there for par.
Snuck
And
in there
that'll
again.
keep you at 2 under for the round.
So we're going to play through one more hole, and then we are going to call it a day. So the next hole is a par 4. Stroke index of 14.
Okay, here we go.
And then we're going to get going. So nice little straight hit drive will be nice. And it hopefully, if we get a decent drive, it should get us quite close. So, as they say, we're going to grip it and rip it straight at the hole. Oh, it's gone off a little bit to the right.
Good.
With a nice bit of roll. Oh, it took an awful bounce. Awful bounce. So, this is where it's made. So we've got a little tutorial. Let's have a read. So the pitch shop uses a abbreviated backswing, and the golfer's intent is to loft the ball into the green within short approach range. Because the shot type generates a high flight of the ball will not roll out too far once it's landed, handy for setting up a 1-putt or 2-putt situation. Press square and toggle the select shot type. Pull back on the right to bring the club back in the backswing for desired power, then smoothly push R forward to complete the stroke. So the lob wedge is telling us that that's how it wants to play it, essentially. But it's 7 yards, so I might flop it up in the air. Flop 30 yards, no. So I can flop that 40 yards, get it right up into the air. Let's give that a go, see how that works out. You got to take a few risks. Whew, it did not work out. I mustn't have hit it that hard enough. But it's okay. Got a birdie putt. Looks relatively straight. So we've got 33 feet, 2 inches down. Get in the hole. Oh.
All right, about a 3-footer here.
Little tap in. So far,
okay, so
this game is everything that the golf club is. It's great fun. It's easy to play. You know, we're moving forward. So anyway, this has been the end of this video. This little bit of gameplay video, a bit of an explanation onto how you play the game. So you know, come back for more. There'll be more content coming for this game on the channel soon. Don't forget to put a like, comment on this to say what what scores you're getting, what your handicap is, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So we will see you next time. Take care.